Okay, friends, here's a quick update on, we're going to call this a permaculture balcony, although it's more or less a urban system set up here. We've gone over the first video when we set this up. Here we're right at the last end of it. We've collected several different harvests, radishes, lots of greens, various types. Primarily greens grow very well here on different gardens. They're more sturdy. We've had already collected many of these. I already showed you how these wooden crates can be used to pretty much organize the plants, make vertical systems. Here's a tomato plant, for instance, that hasn't put out tomatoes. Here we have some kind of greens we've collected. We have beet greens, chard, or beet greens. So you have to adapt your greens to your climates, yes. This plant is already putting out flowers. We've already passed the harvesting. This is a tomato plant, hasn't put out tomatoes. Here we have some carrots, somewhere in there. You can see them. More tomatoes, lots of tomatoes. More beet greens, tomatoes. This one's actually putting out tomatoes. You can see there. We have some kind of beat up beets. This is a decoration plant. It was a rescue plant actually. We put it out here. It's taken off pretty well. Found it on the street, abandoned. Here we have a compost bin. It's perfect. Here's more wooden crates in case we need them, but we don't need them anymore. We're on the end stage of the harvest now. Here's some local plants that are sturdy. I put them in here to give color and to balance out. Not everything has to be edible. Here's some more greens that are dying off now. We have cold weather coming in and it's killing the plants. But it's fine, they fulfill their roles. Here's aloe. It's loving it here. Lots of herbs on the background. So you can combine plants and utilize them in a way that they work symbiotically, okay? This is a strategy. We have more plants. This is from pineapple tops. They're surviving. They're not in the soil, but they're alive and they're putting out roots. This is a stevia plant that pretty much died off because it's no longer putting out leaves, but it was very flourishing. It took off very quickly. Here's more tomato plants. Tomatoes are at the end stage right now. They're not putting out much fruit, but they've already taken off well here at the balcony. And here we go, more greens. As you can see, the system's pretty easy to set up. You just have to water it, make sure you're on top of it, make sure you use good soil, aeration in the soil, okay, make sure it has sandy soil, and you monitor too much sun or wind. Here, the wind we can't control much, but you try to put plants in places where they can thrive and live. So here's basically a summary to give an idea of what you can do with your system and setup. There's no optimal way to do things. You just have to do them, and then as you learn and see things, then you start improvising according to the needs of the plants, because it's a living system. So anything that's living, you just have to adapt to it. It's not a machine, okay? So here we are. Hopefully get some ideas. I show you on the first video when we set this up. It was pretty much a month after or two we set this up. So okay, continue with the journey, please, and make sure you just try to become food resilient, not depend on the supermarkets, but have your own system set up. We don't know what's coming ahead, but being prepared always helps. All the best.